Okay, what is going on, everybody? Hello, everyone. DSP here, live on the stream. My first of 6 consecutive streaming days for this coming week. I welcome you all back because yesterday I was off from streaming. I had quite the eventful day. I was super busy all day long. So, how are all of you doing? I hope you're all doing well. I do. I hope you're all doing well. I hope that you had a good day away from my content yesterday. Hopefully you're all safe and healthy, and I hope you're ready for another fun streaming week coming up. We're going to talk about that in just a moment, the schedule that you guys can expect, okay? So I got a couple of quick news things to talk about here. Big and small, all right? Let's talk about the positive news thing. The one positive news thing I want to talk about before I get to the negative, because all right, anyway, let's start the stream off positively. All right, if you didn't hear, Mortal Kombat 11 is getting a big update. Now, previously with Mortal Kombat games, including 9 and 10, they had multiple seasons of DLC characters, mostly guest characters, but every once in a while adding it back in kind of a character that's one from the long-standing franchise. But this time around, Mortal Kombat 11 is doing something very different. What they're doing is they're doing a new expansion that's story-based, which they have not done before. It's always just been, just throw in some characters to play with and pay for another season pass. Instead, this time it's an actual big story expansion. I believe it's called Aftermath. I want to say it's called. I think it's Mortal Kombat 11 Aftermath. And surprisingly enough, it's coming out at the end of this month, May 26th. Now, this pass apparently is going to include new characters like RoboCop, which is pretty damn crazy when you think about it. RoboCop, a new guest character. He's never been in a fighting game like this before. And apparently he's going to be voiced by Peter Weller, the actual actor who played RoboCop in the RoboCop movies in the 80s. So it's certainly interesting. Now, do I really care about the guest characters and about the new characters being re-added? Absolutely not. I really don't care at all. Do I care about some added cool new story and maybe some new content for the crypt and stuff like that? Yes. It was really, for me, it was the single-player content of Mortal Kombat 11 that I liked way more than the online. Because admittedly, once again, the online play leaves a lot to be desired. Laggy. And, a lot of annoying netcode issues that I didn't really like. I thought at a competitive level, the game was not great. But, as a single-player content, it was really good. The story was good and everything. So, I am strongly considering playing Mortal Kombat 11's Aftermath expansion at the end of this month. It comes out May 26th. And that would be pretty cool, maybe for a stream or two, to go through whatever this new story elements are, see who the new characters are, what new content has been added, to the game. I think that would be really neat. And something different, too, for variety's sake, because haven't done anything with fighting games in a while. Once a week I play old school Street Fighter, but outside of that, have not done much in the realm of fighting games at all. And it would give me an opportunity to do something a little bit different, which would be fun. So variety's sake. Okay? So, that's good news. Okay? The major bad news is, ladies and gentlemen, as you know, a week ago, my ear infection, which I hadn't even been telling you guys about, I'd been basically ignoring it and hoping it was going to go away, got really bad. I got stabbing pain in my right ear to the point where I could not even stream last Wednesday. Luckily, I got emergency medication delivered that day. And ever since then, for a full week, I was administering medication to my right ear. And over the course of the week, it got better and better to the point where by the weekend, the pain had gone. And now, as of today, it pretty much almost feels 100%. I would say maybe there's a little bit of tightness or a tiny bit of leftover residual pain on the core of my eardrum. But for the most part, it's gone, and my medicine regimen is done with my right ear, which is great news, right? It really didn't affect the streams outside of the one day that I missed. It didn't really affect the streams outside of that again. The bad news here is, yesterday's my day off, right? And I wake up in the morning, and my left ear hurts. I'm like, you've got to be kidding me. It's the same exact soreness, aching pain that I had when the right ear had started to hurt, and I had ignored it to the point where it got really bad with that stabbing pain. So I'm like, this is ludicrous nonsense. I did everything I was told to take care of this right ear, and now the left ear hurts. So during my day off, I contacted the doctors again, and they basically said, yeah, this happens. What happens is, especially during this time of the year with allergies and everything, you could have respiratory illness. And what it sounds to them is I had the one in the right ear, and as I was, taking care of it, it just spread through my head into the left ear. So even though the one in my right ear is pretty much, good, now the left ear is all screwed up. So the good news is I didn't ignore it this time. I talked to the doctor right away, and again, they sent emergency meds. This time around, they sent a different kind of ear drop that apparently is a stronger antibiotic, a stronger version of the antibiotic. See, the original ear drop for my right ear had an antibiotic in it, but also had a anti-inflammatory agent because that ear had swollen so bad. That's why I was getting stabbing pain. This time around, they're just giving me like pure on 100% concentrated antibiotic for the left ear. And this one is a little different. I actually have to flood my ear. The other one was like, I'll just put a few drops in. This is like flood your ear canal with the medicine. And then you have to have it like in there soaking in for like an hour when you apply this medicine. And that's what I'm doing right now. So around 9:45 this morning, I filled my left ear canal with this medicine, laid on my bed for like 15 minutes to just have it sit there. And then I put a tissue to hold it in, and it's been sitting in there in my ear canal now for about, I'd say roughly an hour. And so I'm going to let it sit here until we're done with pre-stream. And then I'm going to take the tissue out. And again, hopefully this will be it. I mean, this is ridiculous at this point. First, one ear. Now it takes a week. Now another ear for another week. Like, I'm tired of this. I want things to go back to normal. But it is what it is. When you're sick, I guess you just got to deal with the shit, right? So, it is what it is. It sucks. But I'm going to tough through it. Right now, like I said, my left ear is very sore. It hurts. It doesn't have stabbing pain, thank God. But it is very sore, so I got to be tender with it with the headphones. And the thing is, last week with my ear, my right ear screwed up. I disinfected my headphones. I changed out my towels. Everything that I thought, it could be touching my ear and maybe have bacteria in it, I basically cleaned up. So here's hoping. Good Lord, here's hoping that, one more week of this medicine and whatever, and this clears up, and that's the end of it. I really need this to be, cleared up. So thank you for understanding. And again, we'll see what happens today. I can still hear, but, the soreness really is annoying, where it can be distracting. Now, the good news is today I'm playing Banjo-Tooie. Banjo-Tooie is a very fun retro platformer. I don't think this will massively affect things too much negatively. I hope, unless it gets worse, which I hope it doesn't. I already got medicine in it. But, hopefully, this will not be a ginormous issue on today's streams, okay? All right, guys. So, anyway, thank you for understanding. That's really the news. I guess what we'll do, let's talk now about the coming week, because a lot of people at this point are asking now, well, gee, when are you starting something new? You've been doing the same games now for, a few weeks, and when's the new stuff starting up and stuff? So let's answer everyone's questions, all right? Let's go through the schedule day by day. Today is going to be Banjo-Tooie on the first stream. We're currently in World 4, which is, I think they just call it Jolly Roger Bay or something like that. We did a lot of content in it. Like, we did most of the stuff. I don't know if there's anything else available that I can do right now in this area, or if I have to head on to World 5 to get more abilities. I don't really know. I'll have to use your guidance to figure that out today. Okay? So that's coming up. On the first stream. Late stream tonight is my final stream of Call of Duty Warzone. I'm not playing it after tonight. The game stinks in my opinion. And it's sad because it's not the world design. I actually like the map that they have for Warzone. It's the actual core shooting, gameplay mechanics. They're just not good. The server connections are terrible to the point where every time you get into a fight, number one, you have to shoot someone a zillion times, like a fucking bullet sponge. Unloading entire clips into enemies and they're not dying is a major issue for what's supposed to be a competitive first-person shooter. In addition to that, the connections just aren't up to snuff. Like, okay, it shows me shooting you a million times, then I die. But then when it shows the other person's perspective on the kill cam, they supposedly shot you a million times first, and you died before you ever hit them with a single bullet. No. And, I've had enough of that shit. I played this now for over a month, and the connections are not getting any better. If anything, they're getting worse. and I just don't care about this game. I'm being honest. Battle Royale, I do enjoy hanging out when I play these games to talk with you guys, but I'm not going to put up with a game that's completely subpar and just pathetic, and it is. It's pathetic. And the hilarious part about this is Activision reported just this last day, oh, Call of Duty Modern Warfare is the best-selling Call of Duty of all time, and we saw a sharp spike in sales during last month when we released Warzone. And I'm like, wow, that's great. These people are fucking idiots if they ran out and actually bought the full game for Warzone because it was free, number one. And number two, it's not good. I'm just not going to bother with this game anymore. I'd rather do anything else than play a really subpar Battle Royale game because the connections are so shit and Activision just doesn't care and doesn't improve their servers ever. It's the same issue they've had for the past 2-3 competitive Call of Duty games. So I'm done with it. So here's what we're doing. Tonight, on the late stream, all right, the final session of Call of Duty Warzone. And during this session, we're going to be talking and interacting and trying to figure out, what do we do next? What do I do to replace Call of Duty Warzone? All right. I hope we can figure something out that's fun and interesting. Whether it's I start up a new project, a new game, and we only play it like once a week till we finish it because it's a shorter game. Or maybe instead of that, we go back to some of the chill stuff I was doing, like the Sega Genesis Mini or SNES stuff. I'm not sure. But that's going to be a major focus of tonight's stream, is trying to determine what do we do to replace Warzone, because I'm done with it. I'm just not putting up with this crap after tonight. Okay? So we'll see how that goes tonight. Tomorrow, we return to Ask the King, which I have not done since January. This is my Q&A show, and this is the show where I answer your questions either via my forums at thekingofhate.com, okay, or during that session, I'll also be asking Twitter questions if people want to post about my Twitter, or if we have time, and I emphasize that, if we have time, I don't know if we're going to have time during the stream or not, but if we have time, I will take questions from the live stream chat as well. All right. So we'll see how it goes tomorrow, but I'm excited for this because, number one, I haven't done Q&A in a million years. Every once in a while we talk a little bit on stream about stuff, but it's more, this is a dedicated show for Q&A. And I haven't done one since January, so it'll be fun to do that just for variety purposes. But in addition, I won't have to wear headphones, which is a good thing because of my ear. So I'll have a whole session here where I won't have to wear headphones for half the day. So we'll see how it goes tomorrow. It should be fun. I hope you guys will be here for Ask the King tomorrow, okay? And then tomorrow night, Thursday night, it'll be the return of Animal Crossing New Horizons. According to my wife, there's been some good developments on the island. She's improved stuff. She's terraformed a bit. She's excited to see what she's come up with in the times that she's been playing the game when I've been away. So that should be cool. And then Friday, the return of Final Fantasy VII Remake. We are in chapter, I want to say, is it 16? I think it's chapter 16, which is the storming of Shinra Tower, which is one of the major plot points of the Midgar segment of Final Fantasy VII. So I'm curious to see how they do it in the remake, because I'll be honest, in the original game, I don't think it's done very well. It's very confusing and frustrating with key cards needed and backtracking. So I hope they do it better in the remake. But we'll find out on Friday. And then on Friday night, my weekly throwback Street Fighter session, 2 hours of old school Street Fighter fun. Saturday, we'll return to Neo 2, and by all reports, dependent on how stuff goes this Saturday, I may actually complete Neo 2. Yeah, I may actually complete Neo 2 on Saturday, because apparently there's like maybe 2 major story missions left in the game, and I don't know, if they're going to be super duper challenging and I can't beat them, you know what I mean, or if it'll more be, I kind of coast through them, I don't know. Apparently that stage that I beat last time around, which, if you're not aware, it was the rematch with Shibata, the toughest boss in the game. Apparently that was the toughest stage in the game. Like, everyone agrees. That's definitely the hardest stage in the entire game. So once I've beaten that, I'm not going to be coming up across much else that's in the realm of that much challenge. You see what I'm saying? So we shall see. We shall see what happens. And I'm excited because if we beat Neo 2 sooner rather than later, that means we could start something new, which we'll talk about in just a moment. Saturday night will be more Animal Crossing New Horizons, the visit of KK Slider for the week, who's the musician. We can learn a new song and do a little bit more chill stuff. And then, of course, Saturday, that means more Banjo-Tooie. Saturday night will be my weekly Morrowind chill stream. And man, last week we had such advancement in Morrowind with the magic that I'm wondering if we're going to completely break the game at this point moving forward. I don't know, but it should be interesting to see. And then Monday, more Final Fantasy VII Remake and my weekly Minecraft chill stream. All right. Now, a few things, guys. Okay. Number one, once we complete one of my major playthroughs, whether it be Neo 2 or Final Fantasy, I don't know which one is going to be. At this point, it looks like it's going to be Neo 2 first. Two things are going to happen. The first thing is, I'm going to start a new playthrough, but I don't know what it's going to be. Some of the options. Modern Warfare 2 Remastered, Streets of Rage 4, Daymare 1998, returning back to the Mega Man Zero collection, okay? Or starting up Fire Emblem Three Houses, which is the next viewer's choice game that you guys are owed. Right now I'm playing Banjo-Tooie. That was the game that won the polls, but it was Fire Emblem that came in second. All right? So, directly dependent on your feedback and directly dependent on what we finish first is going to determine what I do next. Okay? The other thing is, once I finish one of these games, whatever it might be, Minecraft is going to change from a late night stream once a week on Mondays to a main gameplay stream. I will repeat that. Minecraft for, whenever we finish one of these main playthroughs will become a main gameplay stream for at least the foreseeable future, meaning probably a few weeks, all right? And you may say, well, why are you making Minecraft such a long stream? That's kind of weird that you would do that. There's two reasons. The first is I'm monstrously backlogged. I have project after project that I've been trying to work on in Minecraft, and 2 hours a week just isn't cutting it. For example, we're currently working on a Greco-Roman structure, and I don't know how many more sessions of 2 hours it would take to finish it. We've also got a statue of, if you can believe it, me wearing the vest that apparently I'm supposed to work on at some point that we haven't even begun work on. We've got ongoing projects such as improving my farm and the mob grinder, which is on hold because right now it doesn't seem like it's going to work properly, but it's just another thing, to work on. Now, the other thing is, we determined last week while playing Minecraft that at this point, I've hit the wall when it comes to, say, storage and the like. Like, I've been doing good because if you remember, last year, one of the major things I did, I built a storage shed where I put up all these new chests and I was storing items. Well, the storage shed's full. All right, so what I need to do is I need to take some major time out to reorganize everything so I know exactly where all my items are. So when I work on these projects, I can easily grab stuff. Right now, that's not the case at all. Right now, everything's like jumbled together and spilled into each other, and it's not organized at all. Very bad. So I need to work on that in order to smoothly move forward with the Minecraft stuff. All right? So I need time to do that. 2 hours a week ain't enough. So that's why, I'm going to start doing major Minecraft streams beginning, soon. Again, depending on when we finish a game. And so Mondays will be Minecraft and something at night. What at night? I don't know. But that's coming. So there's big changes to the schedule. We're going to have something new coming up to the schedule once we finish a game. And then we're going to have Minecraft being daytime streams for the foreseeable future. All right? So I certainly hope that sounds good to all of you. Some variety coming in the month of May. The other good news, of course, is we just got the news. Like I said, the Mortal Kombat 11 expansion is coming, which should be fun near the end of the month. So we got good stuff going on, guys. Excuse me. All right. So honestly, that's really all I have this morning. What we're going to do is move on to the second segment of the pre-stream. But hold on one second. I have to blow my nose. Like I told you guys, my allergies have been bothering me, which is probably why, in reality, this is probably why I had issues with my ears to begin with. All right, so let me blow my nose quickly, and I'll be right back, and we'll resume the pre-stream. Give me like 2 seconds. All right, maybe like a minute. I'll be right back. All right, guys, I'm back. Sorry about that. All right. So let's now get to the gratuitous plug segment, everyone. Thank you very much for 12 years at this point. Yes, it's going to be coming up, I believe, in September. It'll be 12 years that I've been a content creator on the internet. Every day sharing my daily gameplay experiences with all of you, and I absolutely love what I do for a living. I realize I'm one of the luckiest people on this planet because I get to do what I love and I have a passion for my job. Not many people get to say that. In fact, a lot of people, sadly, a situation I used to be in, just do, whatever they do for their living to make ends meet, to pay the bills. They don't really enjoy it. I'm super grateful that you guys allow me to enjoy games and have fun with you every single day on stream. Thank you so much to all of you who come here and check out the streams and support and do everything. You guys are absolutely amazing. All right. And in addition to that, I also realize how incredibly grateful or how incredibly lucky I am and how grateful I am that I've been able to continue to do this during this pandemic where a lot of people are out of work and I've still been able to put out these fun and daily gameplay streams for all of you. I really do appreciate that you guys are still coming by. A lot of people have said, these streams have become a really consistent thing for them, something that they enjoy on a daily basis simply because it's one of the few consistent things that exist. A lot of things have changed and my streams really haven't. So awesome. And again, thank you guys for your support. I really do appreciate it. I'm a full-time streamer. That means I'm here 6 days a week, full-time streaming for you guys as many times as I can be. Last week I couldn't because of my ear. This week I'm hoping I can tough through it and be here. Okay. That being said, I rely pretty much primarily on crowdfunding during the streams to make ends meet. That means you guys supporting me on the streams during the live streams. It's not like the old days where I used to be a full-time YouTuber and it was about views and ad revenue on YouTube. Those days are long gone in the past and aren't coming back. So I certainly hope that you guys will enjoy the streams. And if you like what I do, if you like the fact that I'm here so much during the week, and if you like the fact that I still archive my streams over on DSPGaming on YouTube, despite the fact that I really get nothing out of it because, it's minimal income compared to what it used to be back in the day when I used to be a full-time YouTuber. I do it more as fan service for you guys than anything else. I certainly hope that you consider contributing in one of the methods that I will outline here in just a moment. But before I really get to that, I'd like to let you guys know something up front. My streams are 100% free here on Twitch. Contributions are not mandatory at all. All right? They are optional, and nothing is expected from any particular stream viewer. All right? My mentality is this. If I'm here every day, and I put out a fun and entertaining gameplay stream for all of you guys, the contributions will come in natural. I don't have to sit here and harp on, oh no, you gotta sub, you gotta cheer, you gotta buy this product. I do it during the pre-stream, maybe a couple times during the stream. For example, with the tips goal, I'll mention how we're doing status-wise, and that's it. This stream is about fun with games, period. That's why I do it. I made YouTube videos for 2.5 years before I ever monetized a single gameplay video on YouTube because I didn't want to. At that time, I had a full-time job. It wasn't until I lost that job that I started monetizing stuff because I needed a way to make money quick. I never intended to do this for a living, and I fell into it. I certainly never intended to ever be a full-time live streamer, but I absolutely love it. And I'm grateful that you guys just hang out with me, and that's all I ask of you, okay? If I were to somehow lose my capability of being a full-time streamer, and sadly, if I were having to, for example, get another job outside of this, I would still try to stream, albeit it would be a much limited capacity compared to what I do today. But I would certainly still try to do a live stream because I love this. I love the interactivity and the positivity that we all have together, the fun social experience, as well as sharing my passion for games with you guys every day. And I hope you guys understand that. That's what this is all about. That's what it always will be about. Income is important, but it's always a secondary factor. I hope you guys understand that. And so that being said, by all means, if you do love the content and you do want to see it continue and you want to be supportive, then please do. This is my life's blood. The crowdfunding during the streams is how I make my living. But please understand, it's not mandatory, and I don't want anyone feeling like the odd man out or feeling like, oh man, I can't support Phil, I feel bad today. That's not the deal here, okay? It's never been the deal and never will be, all right? All right. So now let's continue on, guys. If you would like to support the streams, there are many ways you can. One way you can check out is my Patreon campaign over at patreon.com/darksidephil. This is a monthly pledge campaign where your pledges earn you personal perks depending on how much you actually pledge. All right? So, give it a look. I'm not going to go into massive detail about it here on the stream because all the details are publicly listed over there right now. Okay? And thank you to anyone who is a current pledgee and contributes, and thank you to anyone who gives it a look and maybe considers contributing in the future. That is appreciated. I have a Teespring store where I sell merchandise. It's primarily t-shirts, but there's other stuff over there like hoodies and stickers and mugs. Today, incidentally, I'm wearing one of said t-shirts. As you guys can see here, this is the King design. This is the one that's been up there for about almost 3 years now, I would say. It's a pretty damn good design. I love it. It looks really neat. And it comes in multiple colors and in multiple kinds of shirt. So go give it a look. But there's many other designs over there that you can check out. Anything you get from my Teespring store helps me out, but you get a cool collectible out of it as well. So please give it a look. That's at teespring.com/stores/DSPGaming. Okay? There's what? There's a typo on the leaderboard, someone said, but I didn't even put anything on the leaderboard yet. Hold on. Subs, top cheer, top tip. Oh, you're right. You're absolutely right. Look at that. Let's fix that. Thank you. See, people point this stuff out and help. Thank you very much. I made a big mistake this morning, an error. I've corrected my error. Thank you for that. Okay. So, if you're here live on the streams, guys, all right, one of the ways that you're probably going to want to contribute is a way that's going to get you some interaction with me and maybe some recognition on the stream for your contributions. So if you either cheer with bits or you subscribe to my channel or you tip me, if you do any of those three things, please understand that I will give you a shout out during the stream as long as your message is in line with the stream rules. Very matter of fact, common sense stuff here. No insults. No trying to derail the stream with a giant paragraph of information that has absolutely nothing to do with anything. Don't try to get me to say stuff that'll get me in trouble on Twitch. You know what I mean? Just be in line with the stream rules and you'll be fine. And interaction is a big part of my streams that we really enjoy. And I hope that you guys are excited for some fun interactions today. Okay? At the top of your screens, you will notice there's a stream stats leaderboard. This is a leaderboard that tracks things such as the top cheerer of the stream and top tipper of the stream. It's just another way for you guys to get extra recognition. So please give it a look. And, if you contribute, you might get up there. Okay? In addition, there's two other leaderboards. There's one that tracks the top bit cheerers of the week, as well as the people who have gifted subscriptions for the week. So, many ways for you guys to get noticed, many ways for you guys to get recognition on my streams, and many ways to contribute. You may say to yourself, well, wait a minute, that's a lot of ways. What's the best way to contribute to Phil? What helps him the most? The honest answer to that is tipping me. And there's two reasons why tipping me is the best way to contribute. The first reason is because tips I can use immediately for very important things. All right? Like paying my obligations for my mortgage, my car, my ongoing payments, paying my utilities, paying taxes, all right, health insurance, stuff like that. Right now I've had to pay for medicine twice in 1 week for my goddamn ears, among other things that have come up behind the scenes that I don't talk about. That's what the tips go to, because tips are funds I can use immediately for important stuff. Now, I'm not saying that when you cheer or you sub or you do other methods of contribution that those don't help. They absolutely do. But those methods have a processing time or a lead time before I see any positive benefit, while tipping, I get immediate benefit. You see what I mean? So please consider tipping if at all you can. The other thing is, ladies and gentlemen, we are on a tear. 64 straight streams where we have hit the tips goal here on Twitch, and I've put on the vest in celebration. We just had our big 50 vest celebration back on Monday night. And the question is, can we keep this streak alive? People have been saying to me, well, how long do you think the streak will last? I have no idea. It's obviously super helpful. It's obviously something very positive, and I'm very grateful for it, but I know it's not going to last forever. But it's pretty crazy how positive you guys and supportive you guys have been, and I'm really grateful for that. So thank you. And again, if you're looking to continue the streak and you're looking to help out in the best possible way, it is tipping me. All right, now there's two ways you could tip. Below the stream, there's a tip jar button you can click on, or you can type !tip into the stream chat, and that will bring up my PayPal tips page. You can either tip me using a registered PayPal account if you have one, or if you don't, you can use a debit or credit card. What you would need to do is be sure you're on the fully loaded desktop version of that PayPal tips page, because if you're not, those options may not show up, but they are available if you do fully load the page, okay? Now, as a public service announcement, every stream, there's a few things that I tell you guys, because I want you guys to be safe, and I want you to protect your identities, all right? I want you to basically be in a position here where you don't get harassed online for watching a particular stream or participating or supporting a particular streaming community, all right? My first recommendation to all of you up front, if you're going to be here on streams frequently, turn off open direct messages from random people, because people have a tendency to abuse those, whether it's to harass you about yourself for viewing someone, for talking junk about the streamer you're watching, or scams are really bad here on Twitch, where people will try to message you, click here, this is something important, and when you click, now they track your IP address and they go after you on the internet, right? Screwed up stuff. You'd be surprised how many people there are out there on the internet who are out to hurt people anonymously, and they get some kind of a weird feeling of positivity and accomplishment when they do that. People like you and me probably focus on the positive. We want to have, good times with our family and friends. We want to build stuff up positively and be constructive. We don't want to just tear other people down for the sake of hurting others. But there are people out there in the world who get pleasure out of anonymously hurting others. That's why we have to be diligent in what kind of information we put out there, and we have to be careful about what communication methods we have open. So, suggestion number 1, turn off open DMs on Twitch. A great recommendation is there's the ability to make it so that only people on your friends list can direct message you. Strongly recommend that you guys utilize that. Now, in addition to that, okay, in a big addition to that, what I'd like to say is, we have so much private information that's all over the internet. We do. And you may not realize that. Just on your public social media account right now. You may not realize it. But you probably have information like your friends, your family members, places that you like to hang out, your interests, your dislikes. In addition to that, maybe where you work and stuff like that. That's all private information that could come back to bite you and could be focused and utilized against you if anyone were to seek it out. The reason I'm bringing this up is because, I want you to be protected and be careful about, people that come after you online, like I just mentioned, these people that are really weird, these sociopathic people that think that it's fun or it gives them pleasure to hurt you for no reason, just because they can get away with it. So, I strongly recommend, if you're going to contribute to any stream on Twitch, consider doing it anonymously, so that way no one can associate a contribution with you and come after you for it. So, for example, if you're going to tip me today, you could tip me anonymously, or you can make a name up that has nothing to do with yourself or your social media accounts. No one will be able to associate that with you now. If you cheer, you can cheer anonymously. You can gift subs anonymously. All right, these are all things that I strongly recommend you do. So, please consider it. Please be diligent. Please protect your information. I want everyone to be safe watching my streams. I don't want to, I hate hearing horror stories about people who got harassed or something happened to them because they were a little bit too loose with their info, and next thing you know, someone is now harassing them online. Okay? All right, guys, now we move on to the rules of the stream. I am streaming on twitch.tv. That means that I have to abide by all the rules and regulations that Twitch has laid out for people to stream on their service. I hope you guys understand. I can't just say and do whatever the heck I want to do on my streams. I have to abide by rules, okay? But in addition to that, I have my own set of rules that I have laid out that I feel are in not only my best personal interest, but they're going to maintain a chill vibe here on my streams. Allow me to explain what I mean by that. I want my streams to be positive. I want my streams to be a place where you can come and have fun and enjoy my gameplay, see my reactions to whatever game I'm playing, whether they're positive or negative, interact with me a little bit, interact with other stream chatters, and in general, I want you to be able to unplug from all the toxicity, the negativity, and the stresses of real life while you're here. We all have so much crap going on in our real lives right now, in particular because of this pandemic. Excuse me. The last thing we need to do is constantly be bombarded with negativity and toxicity on a gameplay stream that's supposed to be pumping us up positively, right? So I've employed certain rules on my streams that I feel create that kind of an atmosphere. The first rule is we don't talk about politics or religion. These are topics that in the 12 years now that I've been a content creator, I strongly feel they have no place in gameplay. Sadly, when people talk about these issues from real life, they tend to get very, very angry and agitated with each other. They tend to basically go after each other and go at each other's throats. And for whatever reason, they feel that these are topics that, let's just derail everything just to be angry and really nasty to each other. So, we're playing a game, and this game has these topics as a part of the actual discussion of the game. That's different. If it's in context to the game I'm playing, fine. We can absolutely talk about politics and religion as part of the context. But we don't derail the stream with these topics because I know that they're just going to lead to negativity. All right. Now, in addition to that, recently I've expanded this rule to include the COVID-19 virus. All right. So here's the thing. We're all aware that right now in the world, we have a pandemic. Most of us are still in states of lockdown all around the world. We don't need to be talking about it constantly on this stream. I'm certainly not going to shut down open discussion of it because obviously it's the biggest thing going on still after a month and a half. Still, it's the biggest thing going on in the world. But at the same time, you got to understand that there are going to be people coming here to escape the constant bombardment of news about this thing and the negativity about it. They're here just to relax, and they don't want to have people constantly talking about it. And you have to respect those people's wishes. So please don't derail the stream completely with talk about the virus. Okay, guys? All right. Now, that being said, moving on. I am well aware, guys, that there are tons of people on the internet who are toxic people who revel in hurting and bringing down others on a daily basis, whether it's they just get personal pleasure out of it. Some of these people actually benefit financially from doing it. These are not good people. They are immoral. They do whatever they do without ever thinking about the consequences to real life people. And a lot of them make a living doing it on YouTube. All right. Sadly, a lot of these people have latched onto me and have made it, their business to try to be incredibly negative to me and make up constant conspiracy theories, insult myself and my family, be slanderous and defamatory to me. It's pretty messed up, the situation that I'm in. However, please understand that I'm well aware that this exists. We don't need to talk about it on my streams, all right? By bringing this stuff up specifically, what you're doing is, number one, derailing the positivity of the stream. People are here to have fun and see games, not to hear about, shit behind the scenes, shit throwing, and shit talking, right? Number two, you may distract people and get them to go give undue attention to someone who doesn't deserve it. So please understand, talk about that negative stuff is strictly prohibited on my streams. Fair enough? Now, in addition to that, I have recently made a new rule that we will not talk about my private life stuff behind the scenes unless I so choose to do so. And I basically have been legally advised moving forward not to talk about any of my private matters that have nothing to do with my gameplay streams unless there's just kind of casual thing. I'll give you some examples. What did you have for dinner today, Phil? Sure, I could talk about that. It's no big deal, what have you been doing with your wife recently? Been hanging out doing stuff? I can talk about that. How's your cat doing? That's fine. But asking me personal information about my financials, things that I own, you know what I mean? Basically delving into my private life that is no one's business in the public is no longer going to fly. And people who try to delve into my personal life will be considered violating the stream rules and will be moderated just like anyone else who violates the stream rules. Sadly, in the last few years, people have gone to the utmost extreme to try to ruin my life with this kind of information. They've taken the little snippets of information that I've said here or there. Some people have actually taken vlogs of me walking through my house from years ago and tried to turn this into massive negative stuff and basically slanderous stuff about me all over the internet. Because of this, it's concretely affected me in a massive negative way, and I have been legally advised to just cut it out because it seems to me that it's not going to get any better. These people who have latched onto me with these toxic things are not going to go away, so don't give them any ammo. And it's that simple. If we want to hang out and have fun with games, great. Every once in a while, we want to talk about private stuff that I feel isn't going too far into the realm of risk for revealing it, we will. But it's not anyone's business, my private life. So please don't ask about that stuff. If you do, you're going to get moderated because it's a violation of the rules. Okay, guys? Fair enough? I hope so. I hope you understand. Okay. My nose is bothering me again because my friggin' allergies do. All right. Well, Cashmere Goat literally just broke the rules and will receive a 10-minute timeout. I just said no private stuff, and the guy brings up something that would be considered private, and now you're out of here for 10 minutes. Do it again, and you're banned. I guess people are trying to mess around. You're not. This ain't a mess around place, okay? All right, guys. Now, it is time for the third and final segment of the stream. This is where I say thank you for all your contributions. We update the leaderboards a bit. We have a little bit of fun conversation about stuff, and we have a good time. All right? Now, I'm going to be honest. I know for a fact some people here already this morning brought up personal stuff. It's not an open topic for discussion, nor will I be discussing it. So you may hear me gloss over a few contributions here and say thanks and not talk about any messages because their messages are about private stuff that I am legally obligated to not talk about on my streams. I hope you guys understand. All right, so for example, the first tip of the day was someone named Bless. They tipped me $1, and they said something I can't talk about. So I appreciate the support, Bless, but I can't really answer anything. But thank you for the $1 tip. Let's get that up there. Honest fan tipped me $1 and said, I love the chill vibes. I wish I watched you from the beginning. Chill summer, nice breeze, and Phil. Big ups. Good luck hitting the vest streak 100. Thank you very much, honest fan. Very nice. Again, I received a $1 tip from someone who brought up something private. I can't talk about it, so I'm not going to. I'm just going to say thank you for the $1 tip. R. Breezy. Resubscribe for 8 months. Thank you, R. Breezy, for 8 months of ongoing support. That is very much appreciated. The Last Rambo did a 100-bit cheer. And he says, if you remember back in your state of the stream in January, you said you would make another one in April or May. Will you still do that? I'll be honest with you, Last Rambo. Things were a lot different back in January. This was pre-pandemic and everything, you know. Right now, I think things are so uncertain, quite frankly, that I don't really know if it makes sense for me to do a state of the stream. What I think I would like to do is wait. And, you know, if you haven't heard, there's going to be a lot of digital press conferences and reveals coming up shortly. There's supposed to be one for the PlayStation 5 big reveal. It's supposed to be coming in early June. There's supposed to be a giant gaming event going on. In particular, it's for Xbox, but it's going to cover cross-platform games. Jeff Keighley is covering that. And that's supposed to be coming over the summer, amongst other things. So what I think I would like to do is let's see when all these things line up. All right, let's see. Okay, there's going to be like 3 or 4 big ones. Then maybe what I'll do is right before then, I'll do a state of the stream where I can explain to you guys exactly what's going on. Here's what I'm covering. Here's how I'm going to cover it, etc. Right now, things are still kind of, you know, up in the air. We don't know what's going on with game releases. We don't know what's going on with these conferences yet. So let's wait a little bit. And let's be honest, tomorrow's Ask the King. I get the feeling a lot of questions that people have will be answered on Ask the King anyway. Excuse me. So, yes, that will be coming up. But no state of the stream as for now. But I definitely will do one, you know, in the coming months. Let's see what happens. Maybe in June. Because of everything going on. I mean, with coronavirus and everything, it makes everything very hard to figure out what we're even doing. I would love to say, yeah, let's do a state of the stream where I talk about everything in the future, and I talk about big celebratory events for the vest streak, and we talk about this, and we can't really do that yet, you know? We don't know what's going to happen. Okay. All right. Cold Zero cheered. He says, where's Jasper? Can you please show him to us so we know he's safe? He's outside right now. He's with Kat right now. He's outside of the office, as I told you guys. About 2 weeks ago, I had to put in my air conditioner because during the month of April, the sun started coming out here in Washington State and beating on my office wall and turning my office into a 90-degree oven, okay? Because of that, it was unbearable to work in here. So I had to install the air conditioner. But it is nowhere near warm enough for us to be running air conditioning throughout the entire house at all. So when I run the air conditioner, I have to close the door in my office. And when I do that, Jasper can't come in and out of the office. Now, I don't want to lock him in this small room with me with the air conditioner on. More than likely he'll get stir crazy and want to leave. That's the thing about the cat. You know, he wants freedom to do whatever he wants. So you haven't seen Jasper in a couple of weeks because of that. When things do warm up here in Washington State, which more than likely are going to happen within a month or two, and we have to start turning on the air conditioner for the rest of the home, okay, then that's different. Then I'll be able to have the door open. He'll be able to come in and out during the night streams, etc., like he was doing. But, you know, this is different because if you remember last year, I hadn't introduced Jasper to anyone yet. So, of course, he was never in the office, and you guys weren't asking for him. You didn't even know he existed. So that's why it wasn't an issue last year. This year, you guys are missing him because now you know he exists. And, I agree. It sucks. I like having him in here, coming in, interacting with us every once in a while, but it is what it is, okay? All right, continuing on here. Joker Jonesy has subscribed to the channel for 2 months in a row, 7 total. So thank you, Joker Jonesy, for the support. And he says, I can't believe it's been since 2009. Around this time, I started watching your content. Since Mass Effect 2 has now been played, what is another game you really want to replay from our legacy of playthroughs? A game I want to replay. Well, eventually, I think I'm going to replay Mass Effect 3. I just replayed Mass Effect 2. I would say, I'm trying to think of like some of the big playthroughs from the past that I didn't replay yet. And I would say I definitely at some point want to replay Chrono Trigger. That's an amazing game that I've only played once. Maybe Earthbound. Legend of Zelda Link to the Past, but really what I would like to do is do Legend of Zelda Link Between Worlds, although I don't know if I'd be able to. Maybe. There's a lot of these retro classic games that I really enjoy. I would like to play them again. Maybe Final Fantasy V, which is one that I played in the past personally, but I never played for stream. Lost Odyssey, some people are asking for. Now, that's one, again, I've never played, but I absolutely would like to play Lost Odyssey. I really enjoy that RPG. It's a really good one. It plays so much like old school RPGs. It's made from Mistwalker, the guys who made Blue Dragon, and their former dev team of Dragon Quest and stuff like that. So, of course, it plays like an old school RPG. It's what it was meant to be. Those are just some ideas, okay? Just some ideas. I'm sure some of you might say, well, what about Bioshock Infinite, and what about this? Yeah, I mean, really, I rely on you guys and your input to determine what games I eventually go back and play again. So, absolutely, I would consider replaying other games as well. If you guys have good suggestions, send them my way, okay? All right, JMX tipped me $1.30. And by the way, that actually is the top tip of the day. So let's get JMX up there on the leaderboard. There we go. Now, what did JMX have to say? I didn't even read it. Is new game trailers for The Last of Us 2 and the new Mortal Kombat 11 story with RoboCop have been released? Do you manage to check them out? Just a question. Don't get angry. Why would I get angry about that? I did not see The Last of Us 2. I saw some of MK11, and that's why I'm actually very excited for the MK11 expansion. Last of Us 2 at this point, I already been spoiled so much, I don't think I want to watch a trailer to even tell me anything more about the game. Seriously. So, but yeah, I'm very excited for the Mortal Kombat 11 expansion later this month for sure. Excuse me. Well, ladies and gentlemen, K Mayshart 101 tipped me $100. Thank you so much, K Mayshart. Super duper. That's huge support. Thank you for that. He says, this Banjo-Tooie stream is fully sponsored by K Mayshart. Fill his love and fill his life. So, ladies and gentlemen, you know what that means. I'll tell you what it means. It means we already hit the vest goal, and we didn't even start yet. Right? We didn't even... Oh, my goodness. This is all right. Well, anyway, let me update the leaderboard. So we're up to $104 in tips. Thank you, guys. Thank you, King Mayshar. And yes, that means once we start with gameplay, I'll have the vest on from the get-go. The vest will be on all day long as I play Banjo-Tooie. Okay? Thank you, King Mayshar. Super duper appreciative, man. Thank you so much. So here we go. We got a couple cheers that I can't address because they're about personal stuff, so I'm just going to ignore it. Last Rambo did a 50-bit cheers. I vote for Daymare. So he's talking about what game I'm going to be starting once I finish up with either Neo 2 or Final Fantasy 7. Yeah, Daymare 1998 is apparently a game made in the vein of Resident Evil 2 and was originally being made as a fan remake of the game until Capcom announced, hey, we're remaking it. And they did a cease and desist and basically made the fans stop. So the fans instead created their own survival horror game. And I'm interested in it because I love survival horror. All right, so it's definitely a consideration. If more people want to see me play Daymare after either Neo 2 or Final Fantasy 7 finishes, let me know. Dooley Dread also says it sounds good. So, Cold Zero Charity says, do you ever plan on playing Dead or Alive Extreme Beach Volleyball? No. Even back when that game was released, it was cringe out the extreme. Like, everybody knows that game was just made for stupid, horny teenagers. So I'm not playing that game. No. Just being honest, tip me $1.30. He says, you claim everyone is a Terminator in Warzone. That's because everyone has 3 levels of armor. If you want to get one shot, play multiplayer. Come on, Phil, you got a win on PUBG, Fortnite, Blackout, and even DayZ. Don't end the Battle Royale win streak, get a win. Dude, out of all the Battle Royale games you just mentioned, this one, Warzone, is the most tanky bullshit. Why is it that I can get the drop on someone, aim and fire at them, shoot them literally a dozen times, unload my clip into them? My clip runs out of bullets. I reload my gun and start firing again. Then I instantly die. And then you see their kill cam, and according to their kill cam, I never even hit them. The game sucks. I'm sorry. And, maybe other people have better experiences with it on PC or whatever. On PS4, I hate this fucking game. I think it really is shit. And it's just cash in on the Call of Duty name and another Battle Royale with a silly gimmick that, you get to revive with the gulag. Wow, that's great. But your game's core gameplay mechanics are terrible. Your server connections are terrible. Why the fuck do I care about this? Right? And the answer is I don't care about it. I hate it. So, I don't really care, and I'm not going to play more of it. I'm sorry. Tonight is the end of everything. Ryan did a 100-bit cheer. He says, Phil, what? I hope your ear feels better. Can't wait for Ask the King. Well, me too. I like doing Ask the King. I do. I absolutely enjoy Ask the King, and I'm looking forward to it tomorrow. Hopefully we got some great questions. Reminder, guys, your last chance now to post up questions for Ask the King. I hope that many of you have. The more questions I get for the show, the better the show is. You can ask questions by typing ! Ask the King in the stream chat, or you can just wait, and every 20 minutes a link has been popping up in the stream chat for you to post your questions. Okay? Someone named Just Being Honest tipped $1, but then started talking about the tractors, and I'm not going to talk about that, so I thank you for the $1 tip, but I'm not going to derail the stream with negativity about those guys. Sorry. Honest Fan did a 190-bit cheer talking about the Washington Murder Hornets. Yeah, we've already talked about this on stream earlier in the week. Apparently, there are giant Asian hornets that somehow have migrated to the United States here in Washington State, and what they do is they're ginormous, like no lie, they're huge, and they eat the heads off of bees. They literally execute bees by snipping their heads off. So they'll go to a beehive and kill hundreds of bees and then go inside, eat all the larvae and eat all the honey. This is how they live. Now, obviously, they're not native to here. They're not supposed to be here. And people are nervous they're going to destroy the ecosystem. All right, we don't know what's going to happen, but people are keeping an eye on this, and apparently they're going to try to handle it and try to get rid of these things, or at least keep them under control. But for me, it's not going to really do much for me. They're not going to be coming around residential areas because there's not giant beehives around here for them to feast upon. So I'm not too worried about it in that regard. Okay? Baba Duck has subscribed to the channel for 2 months. Thank you, Baba Duck. I appreciate that. Captain Charisma tipped me $1.35 and says, good day, Phil. I know you enjoyed racing games in the past. I know it's a niche game. NASCAR Heat 5 is coming out on July 10th. Its career mode could be prime chill stream content, kind of like MLB The Show was last year. Well, that's interesting. You're right, Captain Charisma. I very rarely play racing games. I haven't really done a driving game in a while now. And maybe for this summer, it could be the kind of chill content we're looking for to balance out everything else. So what I would say is this. Keep it in mind, and please remind me of this as we get closer in the summer when it's time for it to, come out, and, we'll see what happens. All right, I'm interested. Captain Charisma tipped me another $1.30. He says, to add to my last tip, as a sim racer myself, I would love to see you handle more motorsport-styled racers like F1 and the like. Nothing like speeding at 190 miles per hour for that rush of fun. Have an epic stream and get those jiggies. I got to find those damn jiggies. That's right. All right, thank you for the other tip as well, Captain Charisma. Let's add that to the total tips for the day. The Evil Green Ranger cheer. He says, I just want to say I love your content. I tell my friends about how cool and awesome you are. Your gameplay put out is helpful to me when I'm stuck in a game where I don't get something. Well, thank you very much, Evil Green Ranger. That's what it's all about, right? Crap Cock did a 300-bit cheer, and he says, what is your favorite kind of cheese? I don't think I have a favorite. It all depends on the situation. I can tell you, I'm not a huge fan of blue cheese. I've had it before, but I'm not a huge fan. And I never have those weird French cheeses like Gruyere and stuff like that. Never really had anything like that. But cheddar cheese is great. American cheese is good on certain things like sandwiches or an egg sandwich or a grilled cheese. I don't know. If you're gonna have a really deluxe sandwich, you probably want cheddar or something better than just American cheese, though. Some countries don't even consider American cheese real cheese. And there's other cheese. Swiss cheese is great with certain things. So I don't have like an overall fave. I guess cheddar would probably be overall what I would eat more with stuff. Okay. Kate Cheers. Would you ever play Bioshock 2 again? I know that you replayed it the first one. I'd like to see a replay of Bioshock 2 or Bioshock Infinite. They're my faves. Well, I have the Bioshock collection. I bought it years ago. That's how I replayed Bioshock 1. So I have the capability to play Bioshock 2 for free right now if I wanted to. Now, if you remember, Bioshock 2 at launch was an incredibly buggy game. Had tons of issues with game freezes on the Xbox 360 to the point where I became incredibly frustrated and really didn't enjoy the second half of the game because the bugs were just so prominent. I also feel the game does not hold a candle to the story of Bioshock 1, which is sad because Bioshock 1, in my opinion, has one of the best stories of any game ever. And Bioshock 2 was kind of lame in that regard. But I'm not against replaying it. All right. Same thing Bioshock Infinite, I believe. It was part of that collection. You could have to download it separately, but I'm pretty sure it was part of that collection. You download it. So, yeah, I would consider it if there was a desire for it. Okay. Timbo Slice cheered. He says, what is your opinion on cyberpunk customization going as far as customized sizes for body parts like genitals? We have guys running around with giant balls. Do you want my honest opinion? I think it's stupid. Like, here's what I think. The Witcher series. Did it have adult content? Absolutely. Every Witcher game had a gratuitous sex scene or two. You have the infamous Geralt in the tub taking a bath and all the ladies swoon over it and shit like that, right? Fine. But I swear, it just seems like every time I hear about Cyberpunk, it's for all the wrong reasons. Tell me that Cyberpunk has the longest, most epic RPG story in history. Tell me that there's an incredible amount of meaningful characters who you'll get to know and you'll want to do fun content, that the gameplay is riveting. I don't hear any of this about Cyberpunk. I hear, there were mocap sex scenes that the people were actually embarrassed to make. The actual game devs have come out and said that they were embarrassed to do this, but the director forced them to do it. Oh, you customize the size of your fucking genitals in the game. It's like, what the fuck is this? You know what I mean? Like, this is stupid. It's like 1990s are back. And I'm sorry, but you want pornographic, sexualized material? There's already places for that. I don't think necessarily this has to cross over into the realm of games. The Witcher didn't have that kind of insane shit. It had, like I said, maybe once or twice a playthrough, a little bit of silliness, and then you could get back to the fun core aspects of a great RPG. I don't know what the hell they're doing with Cyberpunk at this point, and why is it that all we're hearing about is this stuff, right? I'm not hearing anything positive about the actual game except ridiculous, over-the-top, sexualized crap. Like, I don't care about that. I'm 38 fucking years old. I want a good game. And it's just actually disheartening me more and more. And it's hilarious because you see the reactions on Twitter. I can't wait to make a giant Italian sausage, man. Yeah, man, I'm going to have giant cojones the size of grapefruits. It's going to be fun. What the fuck? You're buying the game for that? Like, are you an idiot? The answer is yeah. If you're buying the game for that, you're a fucking idiot. Obviously, this game company is better than that. So sadly, it makes me disheartened that this is all we hear about, a game that's probably going to still be great, but all you're ever going to hear about is this stupid, immature sexual shit because the game devs have basically tried to cater to the lowest common denominator of gamer instead of focusing on making a great game. I don't know why, but that's really what they're doing, I don't know. DJCTE cheers says you should play Warzone in quads or trios. It's better. It's infinitely better than solos. I tend to agree with you. A lot of these battle royale games are better in teams. The thing is, I don't do team-based gameplay. I tried last year with Apex Legends. We did it for about a month, and at first people liked it because it was something different. Within 3 weeks, people were bored and telling me they didn't like it anymore. It's because I'm just focusing on my teammates to win rather than interacting with the chat. And me talking with teammates was basically taking away from the fun of an interactive stream, and I stopped playing. And that's it. Like, I'm not going to play these games team-based because people want to see me and interact with me. So I'm going off of the feedback I received, okay? Colonel J. Took me $10, said a ridiculous amount of stuff. He said, congratulations, Big Pimp. You're a true, undefeatable king of Chads. You're the king hate for a reason. Wear the crown proudly. Have a lap dance on me, homie. The only lap dance I'm getting is from my beautiful wife. But I thank you very much for the $10 tip and the support. Oh, let's see here. So here we go. Legend of Grizzly basically just did a cheer and asked every single thing that's not allowed in the stream chat. And I think he's basically trying to joke and be like, oh, you know, this is funny. See, look, I literally did every single thing that you're not supposed to do per the rules. But even if it might be a joke, I have to time him out anyway, you know, because he violated the rules. So I hope you understand that, Legend of Grizzly. I'm not going to ban you, but please understand, I know you purposely did it, but you still got to abide by the rules. Okay? Mayo and Mustard did 100-bit cheers. Are you excited for the summer? Well, yes and no. This summer seems like it may actually be one of the best summers for gaming ever. Like, we're actually going to have high-profile games like Ghost of Tsushima and stuff that are coming out during the summertime, which we never do. But most of that's because they all got delayed because of the pandemic, right? At the same time, I absolutely hate the heat of the summer. I don't like hot weather where you're sweating constantly. You know, during the summertime, it's very uncomfortable in the office. That's why I have the air conditioner blasting constantly. So I guess it's a mixed bag for me, but I think the streams might be quite interesting during the summertime, which is the opposite. Usually in the summer, it's more slow, no new releases, and we might actually see the polar opposite of that, okay? So there you go. Madara's God says Ghost didn't get delayed, but Ghost of Tsushima originally was supposed to come out in May along with The Last of Us. And then it didn't have, I don't think it had a solid release date, but then it got bumped till July. Just like The Last of Us got bumped till June, so. Eastside Grease Job did 100-bit cheer talking about intelligence, and he's basically doing a very accusatory thing. I'm just not going to play your game, sorry. The original drum took me $1.30. He says, I'm reading a book about anti-gravity. It's impossible to put down. Get it? Wow. Well, thank you very much, Original Drum, for the tip. I appreciate that. A cheesy pun, but nevertheless, it wasn't a bad one. So, all right. Some shout-outs here, guys. First of all, shout-out to the top cheerers of the week. We've got Ninstar Rune and Albus Carolus tied for 9th. Mr. Papavera and I Killed Phil tied for 7th. The Evil Green Ranger tied for 6th. Excuse me, a tie for 5th with Big D's. Seaman Demon Apocalypse is in 4th place. Phil's Phillies is in 3rd. Crapcock, excuse me. Stupid allergies and phlegm in my throat. Yuck. Crapcock is in 2nd place. And Bedsheet Cape is in 1st. So thank all of you for all of that support. Also, to the following people who've gifted subscriptions this week. Thank you to Ratty Bag, Crapcock, and Hung Detractor, who each gifted a single sub. Ultima Cloud 7 gifted 2, and Beastbod so far this week has gifted 3 subscriptions. Ribley Atomic, it's good to see you, and thank you for the cheer. We literally just addressed the whole stupid genitalia thing in Cyberpunk. I'm not going to repeat myself, so if you want to see my answer on that one, just watch the pre-stream when it goes live on YouTube later. Sorry, we literally we just answered that. So, Last Rambo, cheers says, why do rules exist? Rules exist, I think, because sadly there's just some people who don't possess common sense. If people all had common sense and knew to not do things like, oh, I'm just going to hurt others for the sake of doing it because I'm a complete fucking mouth-drooling idiot, then no one would need rules. But sadly, there are a bunch of stupid mouth-drooling idiots in the world who just can't fucking control themselves, and therefore you need to have rules and regulations laid out so that people can be protected from their stupidity. It's that simple. I'm trying to maintain a chill vibe here on my stream, and the last thing that I want is all that derailed by a bunch of idiots, so we have to have rules in place. That's why. Ruby Atomic cheered again. He said, no problem, friend. You're welcome, sir. And again, I welcome you to the stream. Sorry, I just don't want I literally just finished. I don't want to repeat myself again. All right, guys, here's the deal. Let's take a short break. I'm going to go use the restroom. When we come back, it's time for Banjo-Tooie. Like I said, we're in World 4, and I don't know, honestly, what's left in World 4. I might have missed some stuff, and I hope you guys will help me with that if I did. If not, I guess we'll move on to World 5 and go from there. All right, guys. So thank you. I will see you in just a couple minutes. I'm going to use the restroom, and then we start with Banjo-Tooie. See you in a sec.